What's going on, 208? Good to see you. Week 7, October 14th. Whew. We've had a Cam Scadaboo sighting. We've had a Dowdle resurgence times 2. Good night. And all of the above. I guess tune in, lock in. You guys know the drill. Lock in, push the button, push the things, whatever you got to do. But we're going to get into it for a little review of week 6. Let's talk about week 7. Somebody needs to get some wins, right? Somebody needs some wins, and we're going to help you do it. Let's get rolling. Good evening, everybody. It's Matto, and Justin is with us today. No chance this evening, but that's all right. We're going to make do without him. Well, we always miss him when he's not here. But Justin, how are you this evening?
Good. Just stay busy, winding down with football, but wrestling's picking up. Had a really good Monday night. I got to tell you this whole story about Monday night. I had football practice, which goes till about 6:20, and then I had to go to a referees meeting till like 8:30. Which was in Idaho Falls.
Those are fun.
So I turned my phone on airplane mode, like at 4 o'clock, and I was like, "Nobody talk about the football game in practice. Like, I don't want to hear it." And so I waited till 9 o'clock at night to watch that game, and I watched that game in like 2 hours. It was just a fun game. Like, I had a feeling we were gonna win that game. Like, not to toot my own horn, but Bijan and Drake. They're just gonna get funneled. That's the only thing in our offense right now that is working, I think. So it was fun to watch them win a game. We got San Francisco next week, which will be an interesting game. And then Matt also got a win last night.
Yeah, the Bears got to win. Gotta love it. It was almost like deja vu reversed, right? Last year they lose on a Hail Mary. This year they went on a fumble recovery and pick up a kicker from Moody, the kicker from San Francisco, and they get a win in the rain. Who knew? So a lot of fun. That Falcons defense, if you have not paid attention, they're pretty darn good, you guys.
You got some young boys.
Pick them up if you need them. So
yeah, they're fun to watch.
All right, well, let's jump right into some news, Justin. You know how that works. Let's hit the button. Here we go.
What's going on?
What do you got for us, my friend?
Man, injuries were rough. It just feels like it's getting worse and worse. Puka's out. Garrett Wilson's out. Calvin Ridley, like, I don't know what's going to go with that Titans team in general. They just fired their coach, their defensive tackle, their best player. I think most people would assume Jeffrey Simmons called out their left tackle, who's the first-round draft pick. That Titans team is a dumpster fire. Also, I think I've talked about this a lot. Their head coach and then the dad is the O-line coach. So they both left. They said, we're both out. So I don't think anything in that offense is going to work. DeMarcado got hurt as well. Marvin Harrison, I think he got a concussion. Am I right on that, Matt? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a concussion. That is correct.
It seemed pretty violent. Garrett Wilson, it seems like he avoided serious injury, but again, he's probably going to miss a few weeks. But yeah, I think those are the biggest ones that I saw. Did I miss that? Oh, yeah.
Ibuka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, forget him, Booga.
Matt Ibuka. Hamstring, correct?
It is a hamstring, unknown how far he's going to be out, but typically, like, you have to really kind of pay attention to stuff. There's a couple of ways it could go. Like, they were winning that game, you pull him out, save him for next week, but reports are early on, it doesn't look good for him. So he's probably going to miss this week, maybe more. Could he be up to 3 weeks? It's possible. That offense now, I mean, you've lost your entire wide receiver crew. And we're going to talk about pickups here in a little bit, but man, devastating for sure.
And I think the biggest one not related to fantasy football is Fred Warner. Like, his was, I didn't see it. I just heard about it, but I watched the replays, didn't see it, but he had a pretty gnarly ankle dislocation. And he's in the argument. He's in the conversation for best defensive player in the league. He has been probably the past 3 years. So, again, San Francisco is just siphoning all their players off so Christian McCaffrey stays healthy at this rate. So, I don't know how many more players.
Yeah, for sure.
How many more players they're going to sacrifice to CMC, but it's just rough, especially for a really good player like him.
Yeah, for sure. With the bad, you got to take the good. It's a little more news on this. Cam Scattaboo signing, right? Three touchdowns. So he had his breakout game. If you had him, we told you to put him on your team. Did him, see how it goes. We'll talk about a little bit more about him later. The Broncos defense, 9 sacks. Like, that's goofy. Daniel Jones threw 2 more touchdowns. In many fantasy formats, do you know what Daniel Jones is ranked?
He's got to be top 5.
7. Average of 7. He is a top 7 quarterback right now, which is incredible. Unknown, not something we saw for sure. Dowdle, 239 yards from scrimmage, 2 weeks in a row of having outstanding games. Hopefully you've got him in your lineup this next week. I did want to pull up, there's another player that I wanted to just kind of pick your guys' brain on here real fast. And let me...
Is Donald, before we finish that thought, is Donald a sell high guy, or are you trying to hang on to him?
And Superflex, I'm holding on to him for sure. Single, maybe. Depends on what you can get with him. I think you're always okay to sell if you need to, but don't sell him on the cheap.
So someone from my church asked me, would you trade, this is just regular, would you trade Rico for Lad McConkey right now?
Depends on what my running backs are, but yes, I would.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep, I would. JSN. Where do you think JSN is ranked in?
I'm pretty sure he's behind. I'm pretty sure he's right behind Puka at 2.
He is 2. Great call. Great, and we were high on JSN. We've been high on JSN for like 3 years. So we've been. It's a great fit for him. He's looking to take over that number 1 spot. With Puka going down, it's very possible. Couple other things. Baker, I don't know if it's good. Baker's balling out. Baker's playing amazing, and now he just got to find people to throw to. So he's lost the entire wide receiver crew. It's interesting.
The thing is, I don't think it matters. He is scary. Like the ball that he threw, where I feel like he got blitzed from everywhere and stepped up like 2 spots, and he just hucked that ball to Tez Johnson. Absolutely insane throw. Like, realistically, if the MVP was handed out today, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think Baker would get it. But I think Bijan and Drake May have a very interesting case for that as well. They've both been playing really well. But, man, Baker is covered. That Bucks roster is not good. Like, I'm just going to say it. Like, it's like they have so many injuries.
They do.
They're a little bit
older starting wide receivers.
Yep,
running back.
Yep. O-linemen have gone down. They have a few defensive guys down. Like, they just have no business being in this game. It feels a little bit like Josh Allen was a couple years ago, where it's like, I don't know anybody on this roster, but they're winning games because Josh Allen is he's just that guy right now. But yeah, Baker's a dog. I don't know how else to say it. He's the best quarterback in the league right now, and I don't think anybody should bat an eye to that.
Yeah, so very, very interesting to kind of see how that plays out. Another one that I wanted to bring up, just because I wanted to pick your brain. How many interceptions has Spencer Rattler threw this year?
6? What?
He has thrown 1 interception. Wow. You look it up. 1 interception, 5 touchdowns, I believe is what I saw earlier. I was like impressed. I'm like, oh, okay. So here's somebody who has no weapons, nothing around him, other than the Kamara. But I have been impressed by his. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards yet, but I'm not telling you to pick him up. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I think it's just interesting for him moving forward. Put that in your back pocket. So, news. That is our. Anything else to add to the news, Justin? Before we kind of move on here.
No. I feel like I want to pedal back a little bit on Rico Dowdle. Like,
sure.
As a Rico Dowdle owner, like, what do you do? Do you, like, the coaches come out and said, like, hey, like, it's probably be a committee, like, Chuba's going to come back. Like, I just don't know how you get off of this guy. Like, he had 206 yards, and then he had 183. Like, I just don't know how you pivot off of that. Like, he's doing really, really well. Like, I want to look up Chuba real quick. Chuba, sorry. But Matt, you
He
can
is
say
doing well. I do worry a little bit about. I mean, again, they lost that game to the Panthers. They lost 30-29, and there's Lamb's coming back. So I think it's okay to move. I think it's okay to move off on him. I really do. I'm okay with it. But he is going to get the workload.
yeah. I mean, Chuba has 217 total rushing yards.
Yeah. No, it's. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let me flip that around. Carolina beat Dallas, right? So yeah, it's the workload's going to go through him. There's no other back, but it really depends on what you have going on.
Correct.
So
I feel like if you get like a crazy offer, me and Matt were, talk a little bit, like Lad McConkey is someone crazy enough to offer Jamar Chase, like I'm probably gonna take that. That's just me though. Running back scare the crap out of me unless you have a Bijan. I feel like Devon Achane has been really good this year. CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams. Like there's a few guys running back wise that I probably wouldn't trade. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. He's getting the workload. What was it? 30 carries. Dowd had 30 carries and 4 receptions.
Correct.
So everything's going through him. Ted only had 5 targets, 3 catches, and 2 of those were for touchdowns. And which we kind of alluded to early in the season. It's coming. And he was getting we knew he'd be the kind of the touchdown magnet early on. So, all right, let's get into some waiver wire ads and see where that takes us. All right, Justin, let's start. I got a few here, and we're going to see if we agree. We have not talked about this at all. Who you would like to add? And these are, again, when we talk about ads, we try to go as deep as 8-man leagues, all the way up to 14-man leagues. So there's some things where you might go, "What? That guy's not available." Just bear with us here. Justin, give me your first guy that you need to pick up. Who was like, "Yep, waiver wire, get it done."
I think the priority is Kayshon Boutte. I just think he has to be on rosters. Like sleeper wise, he's rostered in 13% of the leagues. He just got to be a guy at this rate.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he's been really well. He had 2 touchdowns. I get it, but they get Tennessee this week. Tennessee's going to be probably not great. Then they get Cleveland. Then they get Atlanta. But Drake May looks really good. Again, you're just going to try to pick the best guy in that offense. When it comes to wide receiver right now, it might be Boutte. So.
Yeah, if this guy's not even picked up, you need to pick him up. And I do have a list here that I want to kind of go over. But Kendrick Bourne, right? 2 weeks in a row has done well. 5 receptions, 142 yards, no touchdowns. But he's really the only wide receiver San Francisco has healthy. So he's getting all the targets. He had 9 targets. McCaffrey had 8. If that doesn't tell you anything, there's no one to throw to. So. They're all injured as well. So, and I don't think Jennings was back, but only had 3 targets. I don't think he's fully healthy. So, give me your second, Justin.
Again, this is more because of the Garrett Wilson injury. I think they're going to pivot to a Mason Taylor. So I would like to see him picked up if you are struggling at tight end. I know his stuff hasn't been super great. Okay, he had a down week. Again, they were playing Denver. Okay, so just take that with a grain of salt. They get Carolina, then Cincinnati these next 2 weeks, which are pretty favorable matchups in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll give you another tight end that I like a lot here. And this is just playing off of history. And we already talked about it for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're down their entire wide receiver core. And Cade Otton was one that picked up the slack in previous years. Last game, he did have 6 targets, 5 catches for 51 yards. I do like him as a tight end. I think he's going to be solid. He's going to get work. And I'll combine that with, Tez Johnson is a possibility there as well. Right. They got to throw the ball to somebody. Both of those guys could certainly see uptick in targets. And who knows? I'm okay with getting either one of those guys if you need be at tight end or wide receiver, like a wide receiver 3, maybe. Give me a running back, Justin.
I feel like it is really slim pickings. Just looking through a few guys, the Charger running backs don't excite me. I think Vidal is decent, but if I was to pick up any running back right now, it might be Najee Spears. Just based
he is on my list.
just because of the backfield snap percentage last week was 60%, which is nice. He didn't get the touches you're looking for. He only had 9 total touches, so he had 4 points. He got New England this week, then the Colts, then the Chargers. I think he might be a sneaky ad. Maybe they pivot to him and get off of Tony Pollard. Maybe Tony Pollard gets traded to the Chargers. Maybe they do a fire sale with this roster to get some picks.
Yeah, and I think I think they've been waiting on Spears to get healthy. Right, he only had 5 carries, but he had 31 yards, 6.2 yards a carry last game. You're like, okay, versus Pollard's 10 carries and 3.4. So Spears is definitely the up player. I think you can go ahead and get relatively cheap. If you're doing fab, you don't have to spend much on him if he's not already out there. But you mentioned Vidal. I think you have to pick up Vidal if he's out there as well. I just don't like that backfield. It reminds me a little bit of what Arizona's got going on. I don't trust it. I'm like, if Vidal's out there, maybe you can make a trade with him, which I will talk about in a little bit. But I'm kind of off of that backfield altogether. I'd rather not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give me one more guy that you got, Justin.
I mean,
give me a QB.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right now. Can I just go with my guy Jackson Dart?
Oh, that's my guy. I was gonna say it too. Pick him up.
He's got Denver this week, and then he's got Philly, which is a little stressful. Like his next few games aren't super great. So if you're looking for a guy this week, he might not be the guy. Jacoby Brissett had a decent game against Green Bay. Again, it's kind of slim pickings at quarterback, but I feel like if you are in super flex, Jackson Dart needs to be rostered.
Yeah, I agree. 2 more guys that I have, and I'm just going to combine these 2 together. Bannon Jr., if he has not been picked up, you need to pick him up. We've been kind of telling you about him for weeks. Make sure he's picked up. And I'm going to tell you to pick up my guy. I think there's a chance down the road, as he continues to grow, he should have been a round 1 pick. But I think Luther Burton needs to.
There it is. That's what I knew you could say. And DJ Moore is not going to play this week.
No.
He's still in the hospital, I believe.
No, he is back in Chicago now. He is back home, but he didn't look good in that game at all. So
I see a trade. Maybe DJ gets traded to like Tampa.
Yep.
Or something like somebody that or the Bills. The Bills are hurting a wide receiver right now. Maybe they get off of that.
I would love for DJ Moore to get traded. I think it's just one too many cogs in for the Bears, and they're not utilizing him. Kid's super talented. He's 28 years old. He's not old, right? For as NFL terms go, but man, yeah, let him go. See what you can get some draft cap, a lot of it, and move forward with this super young team. So,
for sure.
All right, let's get into some some trades. We want to talk about some trades and how that stuff's going. We're into the trade market because it's hot and cold and it changes from week to week, and injuries and players coming back and all kinds of stuff. Justin, give me a player, and then we'll talk about some trades that you've seen, but give me a player that you're trading for right now that you would like, you know what? I need help. Doesn't matter. Like, I want to trade for this guy.
Man, this is tough. I think Tedero McMillan is a dude. He just had his touchdown, so he's going to be hard to trade for. I feel like his touchdown regression was going to go in the positive way. I think Jalen Waddle is going to get traded at the deadline, and I think he's someone that is going to go to a contender or a good quarterback that you should probably try and go get. That is just my opinion on wide receivers right now. Those 2 guys I really like. If you could have got Tet last week, I think he was a really good buy at the price that he was probably at. He's probably a little bit more right now. But.
Yeah, a couple of guys that I think, you should have already. If you could have gotten Rice, you should have done it already. But if you can, see if you can get Rice. Maybe somebody has him sitting on the bench and needs a win, right? And you can offer up something. But another guy that I'm interested in right now, and we kind of keep going back to talking about Tampa Bay, but Mike Evans, I think you can get him for pretty cheap. And if he comes back, I don't know when he's going to be back. It could be next week or the week after. He will eventually be back. He's still the number 1 wide receiver there. And as much as we like Mbuka's number 2, But I think if you can swing it, I would try to get Mike Evans. I think that's a guy that you can get on the cheap.
I got
What
a
about
stick back.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Again, I wasn't a big fan of him. We talked a little bit about him, I believe, a couple weeks ago. It's his bye week this week, and that's usually a good week to go for trade for people because maybe people have a bunch of injuries, like kind of forgotten guy. James Cook has a bye right now in week 7. His next game is against Carolina, Kansas City, Miami, and Tampa. Like, I get the Chiefs are good, but like he's got a juicy schedule. If you can go get him, he didn't have a great game against Atlanta. He had 87 yards. They should have fed him the ball more, but they didn't. Man, if you can go get him on the cheap, I think you should try and go get him.
Yeah, in week 5 he was ranked 41, and in week 6 he was ranked 22 as RB. So yeah, hasn't had a couple of good weeks. Maybe you can kind of sweet talk him like, hey, he has been doing well. He's on a bye. Maybe you need a win, but I agree with you. That's another one to get. I think for a running back for me, and there's some rumors starting to swirl here, but if you can get Breece Hall for cheap and he gets traded,
I hope so.
I think we all want him to get traded, but if you can get him now and it works out well, and maybe he's not your starting RB, maybe you can trade him for, I don't know, a wide receiver or something where you can make that. I'm okay with getting Breece Hall on the cheap. The kid's uber talented. He's just on a terrible team.
Imagine if Breece got traded to the Chargers.
Love it. That'd
be fun.
I love it.
I got one more back. Again, he's probably gonna be a little bit harder. Again, he just had a down week against Pittsburgh. He gets Miami, and at this rate, any running back that plays Miami is gonna have a game, and it's Judkins. Again, yes. He had 3.6 yards. He had 3.6 total points. He had 12 attempts, 36 yards. I think you should try and go get him right now. Another guy.
Yep. Agreed. Give me a guy that you are trading away.
I mean, we talked about him already. So I won't bring him up again. I think it's Rico still. I think Donald needs to get traded. I think you need to get rid of him. That's just where I'm at. I think they're going to go back to a split backfield, all that good stuff. That's just how I see it. Rashad White, I think, is coming to an end a little bit. So if you can get any value for him, I think Bucky's coming back. I think he's a good person to sell high on right now.
Yeah, I also we talked about this earlier, but Vidal. If you had Vidal, perfect time to sell high. Maybe you can go to the Haskins owner and make a trade with Vidal. That backfield is just messy. I already alluded to that. I already told you that. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm okay with selling. I'm a little bit torn on Scattaboo. In Dynasty, I've been moving him.
Oh, really?
I have been, but I'm hoping to get, I'm not giving him away. I'm certainly trying to sell high.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So again, he was number 4 running back last week. I don't know if he can repeat that. You love him as a player. He's one of the best, but I don't know on redraft yet. I think if you wanted to sell him, I'm okay with it. To get like if you can get somebody to trade you Scattaboo for James Cook, right? Because they were like, they got all fired up on it. Like, yeah, no brainer. You take James Cook, but I'm holding on Scattaboo. So,
yeah.
Give me a receiver you want to trade away.
This is gonna kill me because I love this player. He might be my favorite wide receiver besides Mr. Drake London, the beige bandit, as they call him. Jamar Chase, I think you got to sell him. I do not trust that offense. I think that coach is going to get fired. I don't trust Joe Flacco back there. I don't trust anything that is going on right there. I think he will continue to be a top 24, top 12 option. But if someone comes at you like with something crazy like St. Brown, JSN, like, I don't hate it. Like, or a running back, like, whatever it is, like, if you could sell him decently high, like, he's just a really big name that I think you can get a lot for. Maybe you get a wide receiver and a running back for him. But, yeah, it kind of sucks having Joe Burrow out again, but that's where I'm at.
Yep. Mine, I don't know. I'm curious what you'll think on this one. I'm okay with moving George Pickens.
Yeah, I get it.
Right? With Lamb coming back, Pickens was week 4 number 2, last week number 1. He's been a top 20 nearly the entire time. Week 5 he was 24, but that was all with Lamb out. So Lamb's going to command targets. I think his volume and his yardage and stuff are going to come down. But if you can get something very elite, I'm okay with that.
Would you trade them straight up for each other?
Ooh, interesting. If I was getting Lamb, I would.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever happens, George Pickens is going to get a fat contract somewhere. I don't know where. I would love him to go to Buffalo. That would be such a fun fit with him and Josh Allen. I don't know where he goes, but
I think they're re-signing him.
What?
Don't you think they'll keep him?
I don't know. They're paying Dak and CD. They're gonna, if they do, they're going the Bengals route. Like that's what it's gonna be. Like you're gonna.
That's what it feels like.
You're gonna pay 2 receivers $30 million. You're gonna pay a quarterback $50 million. So like, I don't know if you can, but Cowboys have done weirder things.
Well, that's true. I was gonna try to see if I could throw some trades out there.
Yeah, I got some for you.
Let me ask you on Javonte Williams. What are you doing with Javonte? Are you selling?
No, I'm keeping him. I feel like he is the run game, so I'm okay with keeping him. I think he's going to continue to score points at least a running back 2 level, which I'm all for. I think he's going to be pretty consistent, especially with this Dallas defense being awful.
What about Ladd? Do you trust Ladd? We told you to try to get him. Go get Ladd. I mean, everybody was kind of saying that from what I saw in the industry, but Ladd is I knew Ladd's going to get an uptick in targets, but I don't know. Will he continue to stay? Let me see where he was last week. Ladd was number 6 last week, and he has not been anything higher than 20. And that was the week before.
Yep.
Does that trend continue?
I think you made that point last week where it's like they're going to use him as an extension of the run game. I think he'll continue to get more targets. I think he's a guy you got to hold on to. If you don't have him, I think I think that trade period might have left you at the station, but we'll see.
Yeah. Let me give you one more.
Okay.
Jameson Williams. Wide receiver 12. This last week.
What is he overall right now? He can't be that high, is he?
It's 40.
Yeah, it just seems like Sam Laporta has a much bigger role right now in this offense than I thought he would. I'm still surprised they paid J-Mo what they paid him. I thought Tesla would probably take his job, but it's not going to look that way. I'm pretty out on J-Mo. I always have been, unless you're like a basketball player. I think that's the only time it makes sense.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Give us some examples. What do you got?
All right. CMC for Jetty and Ibuka. And that's with Emeka with the injury. So just
now I'm taking CMC.
Oh wow. I did not think you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I think he's just playing too well. You gotta take the best player on that trade.
London and Ridley, funny, for McCaffrey and Pearsall.
Who was the second half? London and who?
London and Calvin Ridley.
Ridley's injured. It depends on what I needed. If I need a wide receiver, I take the London. But if I need the running back, I got to take CMC, right?
Yeah, I mean, the CMC Pearsall probably outweigh it for me a little bit. I probably like that a little bit better. Brian Thomas for AJ Brown straight up.
I'm sick of AJ Brown. I think I'm going BTJ. Great player, but I just Eagles don't look right. I don't know what I can't put my finger on. They don't look right.
Jordan Addison and Dalton Kincaid for Ladd.
Oh, give me Ladd.
Oh wow. Okay, that's fair. Okay, this is a big one. Saquon and Rashee Rice who's coming back this week for Drake London and CeeDee Lamb.
True. Dude, give me the Rice side. Give me the Rice side. I think.
You're about Saquon.
Yeah.
I did not think you'd go that way. Your boy DeAndre Swift or Xavier Worthy.
Depends on what I need. Swift looked awful good last week. If I need running back, I think I go with. It's pretty close. I can go either way. Depends on what I need.
I think it's Swift for me. Worthy feels like J-Mo.
A little bit. Well, especially when Rice comes back. I guess, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're right.
This one. I think this one's easy. Gibbs and Pearsall for Scadaboo and AJ Brown.
You give me Gibbs. That's easy.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. Let's see what else I got. CMC for Quentin Junkins and Rasheed Rice. A lot of Rasheed Rice trades this week.
I think I want the Judkins side. I think.
Yeah, you're good with that. So. A little bit of tier break, and then you get a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas and Trey McBride. I feel like this one's easy. For Justin Jefferson and Tyler Warren.
Oh, you got to go Warren and Jefferson, don't you?
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
What else? Another one. It's Rasheed Rice again. Rasheed Rice for Michael Carter and Tucker Kraft.
Nah, give me Rice.
Yeah,
I'll take the upside.
That one's pretty easy. Trying to scroll through all these. There's so many. What would you realistically give it for Donald?
So I'm probably giving a 2-for-1, right? If I wanted Dowdle, right? Man, that is a really good question.
I feel like there's like so many ways you can go about it. Like, would you take... What the heck just happened? There we go. Zay Flowers for Rico Dowdle.
So Dowdle's 13 overall, right? And he's had back-to-back great weeks. Yep. So if I want a wide receiver,
I think that's.
Like I would take a Dunze.
Yep. Would
right?
you take?
I would take a Dunze. Yeah, I think I would for the upside.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how far I go down here.
Pittman.
Yep. I would take Diggs. I'd take McConkey. I'd take Ladd, right? All those guys.
DK.
Yeah. I'd probably take DK.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to go too far down their list, but yeah.
No, I don't think you go down too far. I think you ask for the farm and get like a cow from it. That's just what I think. You ask for a lot,
yep.
And then the big one, CD and Judkins for Bijan.
You got to take Bijan. You have to take Bijan. Bijan's an absolute stud. Look, you bring up a really good point, though. So if you go and look at, oh my gosh, his backup.
Who's backup? The Falcons?
Bijan's.
Oh, Tyler Algier.
Yeah, Algier. He is not rostered in not near enough leagues.
No.
If you have Bijan, you need Tyler Algier. He is the single most important handcuff in the NFL. You have to have him. I picked him up in a couple of leagues, and I'm like, I don't understand why he's sitting there. It takes one injury for Bijan, and Algier could be a league winner. We talked about this early in the drafts. Like, don't mess around with it. Like, you get the backup. Atlanta's still a very good offense with Algier back there. So it's
Algier is a 1,000-yard rusher, just like Rico Dowdle is.
Yes. Like, I was surprised. I wonder if I can find what he is. Whoops.
Who, Tyler
I'll tell you
Algier?
what. Yeah, I want to know where he's rostered in ESPN leagues.
It gave me the
33%. 33% in the NF in ESPN leagues. That's criminal. Like you need to have him. So
yeah, he's 39% in sleeper, so
yeah,
it's just not a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, man. That was a really good one. Trades. That was a good trade segment. Let's get into some start sits. All right, who are you starting this week, Justin? Who do you need to have? And we can go through each one, each position if you want.
Yeah, let's just do quarterbacks first. We can do that first. We want to do starts first?
Yeah, let's start them.
All right, let's see. I'm just looking through some of these. Can I say Aaron Rodgers, even though it feels gross?
No, I'm okay with that.
He gets Cincinnati.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
Yep.
He's a pretty easy one to go with, so that's what I'm going to go with.
I like it. I was gonna. Oh, there was one. Hold on. Oh goodness.
And then I'll do my sit too while Matt's looking too. Just a little bit about Aaron Rodgers. He played Cincinnati. They're gross. They're not good at defensive football. I think you're pretty good if you stream a quarterback that plays against Dallas or they play against Cincinnati. I think you're probably in for at least a decent amount of points, probably 15, 18 points. My sit, I don't know if he's going to play this week, and I'm just a biased person. Brock Purdy. He's playing against Atlanta. He's injured. He's beat up. I think this game will have a game script very similar to Buffalo, where they just try to run the crap out of the ball. So a shorter game script for the 49ers. Billy Bowman's supposed to play this week. AJ Terrell looks very good. Our safeties look decent. Like, we got some good guys flying around. I think we blitzed Josh Allen last night 52% of the time. Like, it was a lot. Like, he had a lot of people go at him. Brock Purdy is not nearly as agile as Josh Allen. So that's my start and sit.
Yeah, so I'm okay with it. I think you're starting Caleb Williams. I think he's coming off a high.
Oh yeah,
looks good. They get New England. You certainly play him. A guy that I don't think he plays, but if he does, you sit him, and that's Kyler Murray going up against Green Bay.
Yeah.
Don't play him. I don't think he plays, but if it's available, the other one I think is going to be tough. Mac Jones against Atlanta. I know Mac Jones has looked somewhat okay, but don't even remotely have him in your lineup against that strong Atlanta defense.
Just so we're clear, Atlanta is number one in total defense right now.
Yes, they look very, very good.
Like, they're all over the place. So just be aware of that. Like, I don't know how it's going to be. Their rushing defense is like middle of the pack, but their passing defense is number one right now. So they look pretty good.
What about your running backs, Justin? Give me a start and sit for running back.
Two guys that we've hit on already. I think you sit Cam Scatterby this week. He's playing against Denver. Like, let's just be real about this. I think a lot of people are going to play him based off of last week. I would probably sit him. There was a guy I did that with this year. I can't remember. He had a big game that I sat him the next game, and he had like 3 points. So Cam Scatterby's a sit, and then Judkins playing Miami. I think he has minimum 17 points. I think he's gonna ball out. So.
There's a couple I keep throwing around. I want to say it, and it makes me nervous. I want to start Travion Henderson so bad. Right? They're playing Tennessee. I want to play him so bad, but that's the Stevenson factor, right? I think I'm probably still rolling him out there. Some people won't, and that's fine. I'm not going to fault you for that. Other guys, you're going to, DeAndre Swift, you're going to throw out there, but that's a no-brainer. You're starting those guys anyway. But I really want to start Travion Henderson, but I'm absolutely sitting any Arizona running back. Michael Carter, Bam Knight. Those are the two now. I'm not interested in either one of those anymore. I'm just going to wait until the starters come back. So there's my start sit.
That's fair. Wide receivers?
Yep.
So I think my start, and I don't want to say this, I think Matt's going to be happy about this. I think you start Deebo Samuel. He's playing against Dallas. That game's probably going to be like 42-40. And I don't think Terry's going to play. If he does, he's on a quad. Probably be on a pitch count. He's probably going to play so many plays. He's a good guy to kind of boost up, ready to go. I think he's a pretty dang decent start to play against them. My sit, man, there's so many different guys here, man. I don't even know. I just don't think you can play AJ Brown right now. That's just where I'm at. Even like Brian Thomas scares me a little bit too. Like, I know you start your studs, okay, like we always say, but like I just think the Eagles are just a run first team, and that's where they're at. Like, I don't think AJ Brown is going to get anything. It seems like him and Jalen Hurts are on the outs a little bit, so I'll probably go with AJ Brown.
Yeah, the Eagles are a hot mess from a fantasy standpoint, so I agree. This is going to kind of sound stupid, but bear with me. He did not have a good week. Had a 51 yarder called back, but roll Stephon Diggs back out in your lineups. I know it wasn't great last week, but he's going to be. He really is the number one wide receiver there with Drake May, and I know we talked about this guy to pick him up, but this is probably the wrong week to play him, and that's Kendrick Bourne for the 49ers because he's playing against Atlanta. I'm like, nah. I know he might get a lot of targets, but I still think everything will go through CMC. I'm just like, yeah, it makes me a little bit nervous against that defense. So, tight ends, and we'll do a bonus on our defenses here for sure. Who do you want to start for start sit for tight ends?
Again, I'm just attacking the Dallas defense at this rate. I'm gonna go Ertz here against Dallas. I think he should have a good game, 8-12. Him and Hunter Henry are just like the inevitable truths. They always just go out there and have decent games. I think he is a good start this week to go out there and at least have a decent game. Probably my sit of the week, I think it might be Travis Kelce. I think they might try to feed the ball out to Rashee Rice, try to get him acclimated to the offense and try to get him to run some routes against Las Vegas.
Yep. I got a couple that you can do for starts here, and I'm okay with either one. You kind of alluded to it, but Harold Fannin Jr. playing against Miami. I do like him. He got quite a bit of targets, but I told you to pick him up. I'm also a fan of K-Dot, and even though they're playing Detroit, I'm okay if you roll K-Dot out there. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. And then who I'm not playing, I'm probably sitting Darren Waller, even though he looked pretty good. He is playing against Cleveland, and it's in Cleveland, so I'm probably passing that up.
Yeah, that's fair.
And give me a streaming defense you're playing this week. Who's like, you know what? I'm okay if you roll them out there.
I feel like we're both going to say Atlanta, so I'm going to pivot off of that just a little bit.
Oh.
I'll try to just go down the list. That's going to be a tough game. Man, there's just not a lot of good defenses that I want to stream. Like, Atlanta is definitely the one that is popping out the most. That's probably not going to be picked up a decent amount. The New York Jets, maybe. But their defense has been like a lot of up and down, but they are playing Carolina. So,
yeah, I would throw out there probably picked up, but the Cleveland Browns. That's not my pick, but just keep that in mind. But the Chicago Bears against New Orleans. Go ahead and stream them up too. So,
yep.
Fun stuff. Man, anything we hit a lot. We've been hitting it for 45 minutes, not a long time, but certainly have a good time just talking ball. Busy day for both of us. Who are you looking forward to this week? What game are you looking forward to this week? Kind of see what intrigues you, I guess.
I feel like this Green Bay Arizona game, like, there's got to be some tipping point for Kyler Murray. Like, he's got to get traded. Like, they got to piss or get off the pot. Like, it just feels like it's purgatory for them. Like, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're good. Like, it's just a very strange team because I think they have some talent on the defensive line, like Marvin Harrison. I think everybody knows how we feel about him as a player. I think he's a good player. I just don't understand what they're doing. The Rams Jacksonville game, I think, is going to be a really good game too. Very underrated teams. People have overlooked Jacksonville a little bit. I think they're going to be a fun game. The Sunday night game, again, I'm super excited to watch. Us going to San Francisco, it'll be an interesting game. But those are probably the ones that stick out. The Minnesota Vikings game versus Philly should be a good game as well.
Yep. I'll be trying to watch the Bears New England game. That's not the one that intrigues me. I am very interested in the Eagles Vikings game to see what the Eagles will be trying to do. They're a fascinating team. I mean, just elite players all around, and it's like they are like don't care. I don't know what it is. There's definitely turmoil in that locker room, but I certainly want to see how this game plays out.
100%.
Well, all right, Justin. Again, you guys, thanks for joining us. Man, we'd love to see you join us live. We ask questions. It's so much more fun when when you guys pose questions to us. We try to answer those for you. And again, we want you to win your fantasy football league because bragging rights for a whole year is awesome. Like there's nothing like, yep. We have a couple of players in our, I should say managers, and they're 2-time champions. And that's all I ever hear is 2-time. I'm a 2-time. So as he smiles, so just understand that. It's nice to have those bragging rights. So make sure you tune in, leave a comment, make sure you like and subscribe, do all the things, the things with the things, which is awesome. So, but I guess any last words, Justin, we'll get out of here.
This week was a really good week for me fantasy wise. I think it's the first week that I went undefeated with my 6 teams, which was nice. I have one team that hasn't lost a game. Like Bijan had, I think I was down by like 20 points in a best ball league, and Bijan had 35 points. So I was like, like going into the game, I'm like, I'm gonna win this game. Like I'm gonna be fine. But yeah, it's been a really fun week. Like last week was fun. There was a lot of good games. I'm super excited for this week. There's a lot of good games. I just love the NFL. It's just fun to watch. All the games are competitive, and watching the Falcons be somewhat decent is always fun for me as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got nothing. I think we're gonna get ready to roll. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully we have Chance with us. He keeps us on our toes for sure, which is super awesome. But all right, guys. Until next time, we will see you next time. Have a great night and good luck this week in your fantasy football leagues.